Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. So today is National Meatball Day, so we're going to make some stuffed meatballs. We're going to start off by taking our mozzarella and cutting it into about 1/2-inch blocks. So this is just some fresh mozzarella that I got from the store. So we're just going to kind of cut it up a little bit. I'm going to kind of make some tic-tac-toe boards out of each slice, and that will give us a nice hunk of mozzarella that we can put inside of our meatballs here in just a second. So just going to finish chopping up these other couple pieces of mozzarella real quick, and then we'll get started on our meatball mixture. So we'll kind of chop that down. Tastes like cheese. So, let's do it. So I got a pound of ground beef and a pound of Italian sausage here. You could do all ground beef if you wanted. You could do turkey and chicken if you wanted. This recipe is pretty universal for the fillings and stuff. So we got our meatballs or our meat ready. We need a 1/3 cup of breadcrumbs. So we're just going to add that in. Then I need a 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese. I'm using the pre-grated stuff because it'll blend in a little easier. 1 egg. Where did my egg go? Here it is. 1 egg to make it excellent. And then we are going to grate an onion in there. You need about a 1/4 cup of grated onion, but about half of a normal sized onion will get you there. So we're just going to peel this so I can get the skin off of it. And then try not to cry too much while we get excited for National Meatball Day. If you don't have a little microplane or a grater, you can easily just chop up the onion or substitute onion powder for this. I like to grate the onion up because it adds a little extra moisture to it and it gives it a little more flavor. And I'm starting to feel the fumes, so I'm going to try not to cry tears of joy here in a second. Try to get done fast. Oh, it's going to be well worth it. It's going to be worth it. Alright, we are just about to the point where all I can take of grating the onion. So we'll call that a 1/4 cup. Oh, yep. That's a 1/4 cup. I had a couple of big pieces fall in that didn't get grated, so I'm just going to kind of pull those out. I'm going to do 2 cloves of garlic. I was going to grate them as well since I got this here. So we might as well get them in and get rid of the vampires. If you're using a grater or a microplane and you have a recipe that calls for grated garlic and grated citrus zest, do the garlic first and then do your citrus zest last, because the zesting of the citrus will help get the garlic smell off your grater. So just want to put this back here. Ugh. All right. And then we need a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. Don't cry, don't cry. Teaspoon of Italian seasoning. That wasn't a full teaspoon, so we're going to give it just a little extra shake. 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. Then a teaspoon of salt. And our meatballs will be ready to go. Now I just need to get in there and get mixing. Get everything nice and incorporated. If you got little ones at home that like to help you cook, this is a great one for them. Just let them mix away. Let them grate the onion too. See how much longer they want to help you cook. Ugh. I promise it'll be worth the taste. So just getting everything mixed up well. I made some just a little bit ago and they look awesome. So I'll show you guys that here in just a second so y'all can see a finished product. So we got our meat, everything all nice and mixed up. So now we're going to kind of take a golf ball sized meatball and kind of press a little hole in the center. Take a block of mozzarella, then kind of form it around there, and then I'll kind of roll it around my hands to get a nice roundish meatball. And we are going to do that with all of this. I might spare you all a little bit of pain and watch me do all that and kind of cut to the end here in a second. I want to show you guys a couple so you can kind of see how it's done. Made the meatball, kind of poke a little hole in there. Put my cheese in there. Kind of form the ball around it. Make that mozzarella disappear. Kind of form it back into a ball. Put it back in the pan. We'll do one more just kind of show you guys, and then we will cut to the end. So we're rolling our ball up, kind of poke a little hole. Grab a block of cheese. Kind of smush it all together. Roll everything up. So we'll do that with all of our meatball mixture. Put in the oven for 10 to 15 minutes at 400 degrees. I'll finish rolling those out in a second. Take them out after the 10 to 15 minutes. Flip them. You can cover them with some marinara sauce if you want. I got some here. It's a little warm. And now we're going to kind of make a little topping for them. We're going to make a little gremolata. This is just a fun little parsley, garlic, lemon juice, breadcrumb topping. So it's going to take some parsley here. This just happens to be the flat leaf Italian parsley. You could do curly parsley too. They're both fine. I'm going to take this, chop this up nice and fine. This parsley smells great already, so it's going to be a nice little topping for our meatballs. This is kind of like a pesto, but not really. So I'm going to take my parsley, add it to a bowl here. And then I'm going to take 2 cloves of garlic and grate those in as well. You could easily just chop this garlic and it'd be fine. And I would use all fresh herbs and garlic for this. I wouldn't do dried parsley and dried granulated garlic. I would make sure to use fresh stuff, so that way you got the best tasting products. It's kind of like the sauce to top everything. So it's getting that all finished up. Get all that in there. I'm going to give it a little bit of lemon zest and lemon juice. So we're just zesting this lemon. Like I said earlier, if you gotta do garlic and citrus, do your garlic first. That citrus can help take the smell of garlic off your microplane, zester, box grater, whatever it is you might be using. It'd be great. We just want the yellow part, not that white part, because that white part's kind of bitter. Whoever thought of doing this, I don't know who did, but good job on them for finding something tasty. So we're just getting that zest off there. And always zest your citrus first, because you can always juice it later. So you'll sometimes see at bars where they'll have pieces of the zest missing because they they take it off for the garnish, but they'll save it later to juice, and it's perfectly fine that way. So you can zest this for a recipe and then put it back in the fridge to juice later. So you want to juice it. Kind of watch for your seeds, so that way you can pull those out here in a second. I got a few seeds in there, so I'm going to fish those suckers out real quick. No more. Let me see if I had just one more in there. I tried using a citrus juicer earlier, but my lemons were too big for it. So we're just going to mix that up. And I got some toasted breadcrumbs here. We'll add that. Mix this all up. The toasted breadcrumbs kind of add a nice little crunch. And then just a little salt and pepper. You might add a little too much breadcrumbs for my parsley and everything, so we're going to chop up just a hair more parsley. Because you want kind of a nice green and bright, not brown from the breadcrumbs. Get those stems out of there. Give this a little chop. It's National Meatball Day, so you gotta make the meatballs look fancy. It's their special day. It's like their birthday. So we are going to finish chopping up this parsley, add that to the party. Give it a big mix. That's the little brown crunchy, but it'll be alright. The breadcrumbs add a little texture to it. So I'll take a kind of a plate here. I got some polenta I made, just simple, bring a little chicken broth and some milk to the boil, add your polenta, add some cheese and some butter to it, stir, stir, stir. Then we're going to take our meatballs here, kind of place a couple right on top. We'll do 3 because Schoolhouse Rock says it's the magic number. Get a spoon to get a little bit of this sauce. Kind of sauce that back a little bit. And then we can take a little bit of our gremulata and kind of sprinkle it right over top. And there you have some nice mozzarella stuffed meatballs with polenta and a little parsley gremulata on top. Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you give it a try, and we'll see you next time.